Once you've outlined all 4 of your cartoons, the next thing is choosing the colors for each cartoon. We're going to make each one a different set of colors, and we can use some different color schemes for our choices. So we could use primary, which is red, yellow, and blue. You could also put pink with red because pink is a lighter version of red. If we have red and white paint, we can make a pink. You could use secondary, which are orange, green, and purple. And the secondary colors are made from mixing the primaries together. You could also use warm colors like reds, oranges, and yellows. You could also throw in pink with warms, or cool colors, greens, blues, and purples. You could also choose a complementary color scheme, which are colors that sit across from each other on the color wheel, like red and green. You could also put pink with red because it's a lighter version of red, or purple and yellow, or blue and orange. We're going to be using some colored Sharpies to color in our cartoon shape, and we're going to be painting the backgrounds. So don't color the backgrounds with the Sharpies, just the cartoon. You can also use black and white, but choose different colors for each cartoon. So for example, this one I chose primary colors. Remember, the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. So I have red, and I also use some pink, blue, and yellow. I actually didn't use any red in here, but that's okay. I could have if I needed to. I also used black, and I left some spots white. If there are parts of your cartoon that are usually black that make the cartoon stand out, like in Minnie Mouse, her ears, her nose, the pupils of her eyes, and her legs and arms, you may want to keep those things black just so it looks more like your cartoon. Another thing is keeping the color of the face a lighter color. Like yellow is pretty light. If I chose like a dark blue to color in her face, it might lose some of the detail. So it's a good idea to use a lighter or brighter color on the face. Now, before you just go in and color, we're going to plan on the back of our paper what colors are going to go where. For this one, I used primary colors. So I wrote primary, but you should also list the colors that you're going to use. So reds and pinks, blues, and yellows are my options for coloring. Here, I'm planning to use warm colors, so I could use reds, pinks, oranges, and yellows. And then for this mini, I'm going to use cool colors, so I can use shades of green, blue, and purple. And then for my last mini, I'm going to do complementary colors, and I think I'm going to do red and green. Remember, when you use red, you can also use shades of pink. So I'm just putting red/pink and greens. And now I have planned my colors for my 4 Minnie Mouses. You should plan your colors before you start coloring so that you have a plan and you know what you're going to do going forward. So for this Minnie Mouse, I am going to use warm colors. So I've picked out some different shades from my Sharpies. I have red, 2 shades of pink, orange, and yellow. Now remember, you want to pick a lighter or brighter color for the face of your cartoon because you don't want the details of the face to get lost. So here I'm using a light pink for my warm colored Minnie Mouse, but some other options might be a light green, a light blue, a bright yellow, a bright orange, depending on your color plan for that cartoon. Something like a dark blue, a dark purple, dark green, even a really dark red may not be the best choice. When we're coloring, we want to use our very neatest coloring skills and try to stay in the lines as much as we can. One thing I like to do sometimes is outline the shape on the inside with the color that I'm using, and then I can fill it in without worrying about going outside of the lines. I'm also being careful here not to color inside of the eyes because I want the top parts to stay white. So remember, think about the areas that should stay white, like the eyes or the teeth if there's teeth showing, and areas that are going to be black, like Minnie Mouse has ears that are black, arms, legs, hands, nose, pupils, and eyes, and the inside of the mouth. I'm going to do those areas black in each cartoon, but then change the colors of the other shapes so that each of my 4 cartoons look different. Now, when you move on to using another color, think about what color is touching that shape. So Minnie Mouse's face here is this light peachy pink color. I wouldn't want to use that on the bow. I want to use something that is different, that I haven't used yet, that doesn't touch that shape. So I could use orange, but orange is kind of similar to this peachy color. So I might want to switch it up and use something like pink or red or yellow. I think I'm actually going to use yellow for the bow, yellow for the dress, and I think orange dots and red shoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and color in the rest of my Minnie Mouse. I hope you have fun getting started adding color to your cartoons inspired by the artist Andy Warhol. I can't wait to see how you'll use different color schemes to make each cartoon stand out.